Okay, hi Sagittarius. This is gonna be your happy Sunday. This is gonna be your full moon in Aquarius reading. We're using the Moonology deck because clearly the Moonology and full moon. But I just want to say I was shuffling, and I'm not gonna use these cards. I'm gonna put them back. So I normally don't take two cards unless I don't know, we'll see. But the luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius that came out. And then we also have the end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. So we have your energy. We have Sagittarius energy here. We had Capricorn energy. I feel like whatever it is that you guys and also it was what other two cards came out. It was emotions are running high and a time for healing. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you could be closing out a cycle with some people, someone, or you guys could just be closing out cycles like old jobs, old friends, like family. It can be a few things. But I feel like right now, you guys are learning to pour into yourselves without feeling so guilty. I feel like a lot of people kind of feed off, and I always say this with fire signs. I feel like fire signs in general, people kind of feed off you guys' energy. And because you guys kind of light up, you guys light up spaces. I always say this about fire signs. But I feel like for particularly Sagittarius, people feed off of you guys' energy because you guys are ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of luck, expansion, and the downside is sometimes you guys don't have the best boundaries with people. You don't have the best boundaries with family, friends, partners, children, yourselves. And that's what kind of gets you guys tied up in the wrong people, tied up in the wrong things, and you guys kind of just get into a bunch of chaos because there's no boundaries. So I feel like this full moon, Sagittarius, what would be good for you guys to do is release poor boundaries, like release anyone that prevents you from setting boundaries. Release that, because your proper boundary setting is what's going to help bring in that luck, right? You did get luck was on your side, right? That flipped out as I was shuffling. So don't be afraid to put yourself first, but you don't have to do it in a way that is offensive or that hurts people, right? You don't have to be mean about it. But communication is key. That's something that also came up for you guys when I was shuffling too. Communication is key. Make sure you're being honest with people. Make sure and be honest about your boundaries. Don't let nobody drain you. Don't let people hog up your energy and your time. And don't let yourself get caught up in situations and around people and environments that are just gonna suck up all your time. When you can be more intentional about your time. I feel like the theme right now is for the collective as a whole is to be more intentional about our time, right? So that's and look what flipped out by mistake. Look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. So remember, when you're, every decision you make, think about the big picture. Think about the long term. Everything you do in the present, in the moment, right? Everything you do right now is going to have some type of effect, consequence, or something for the future. So, when it comes time to spending time with people, investing in people, or doing certain habits, or going about things a certain way, everything has a consequence, and everything has its cause and effect. So always look at the bigger picture. Every time you remember, when you're in the present moment, whatever you decide to do that minute is going to affect your life in the future somehow. Big or small, okay? So, full moon Aquarius message for Sagittarius. Well, let's see what flipped out. We have full moon in Gemini. So this is Gemini energy. We have the answers you need are coming. So If you guys have been confused about something, if you guys have been waiting on confirmation, a conversation, clarity, if you guys have been kind of like, I don't know if you guys pray. I was just saying this in Leo's reading to pray for them to go pray and stuff. But if you guys like have been praying, or if you guys have been asking for signs for something, I feel like, you know, you will be getting those signs. You know, but also Sagittarius, you know, and Gemini is your sister sign. This is your sister sign energy. And full moon, the answers you need are coming. Just full moon in Aquarius, and full moon in Aquarius here. Show the world the real you. I want to say to you guys, make sure you're not blocking access to higher wisdom and higher knowledge by being stubborn. You guys can be very hard-headed and very stubborn. And I was just talking about this with somebody on Twitter who's a Sagittarius too, and some other girl, and you know, we were saying like, y'all are like, Sagittarius is one sign that will come to you for advice or talk about how a mess their life is, or how toxic their partner is, or how their friends are this or that, or their job or something, and you give them advice and they don't take the advice. Sagittarius is one sign that I know that does even if they come to you for advice, you got to ask them, like, are you coming to me because you just want to vent, or are you going to actually take the advice? Because sometimes y'all are hard-headed, and that's why you guys' lives kind of stay in this discord. That's why you guys, you know, you're always behind on things. You guys, you know, lack boundaries with yourself, most importantly. So for this full moon in Aquarius, I want you guys to release what's blocking you from being open to receiving assistance, so that you guys can actually get the answers that you guys actually spend your lives seeking, that you guys don't allow people to penetrate through to help you with. So release whatever blockage that you have around that you guys have around communication and information. You don't have to internalize everything. You don't have to make decisions based off of what people say, but at least, you know, if your life is constantly in the discord and is constantly in chaos, or you're constantly dealing with toxic people, toxic environments, or you're not happy, you're not where you want to be, then at some point you probably should start taking advice from somebody, maybe a professional if that feels more better for you. But at that point, you should kind of start being more open to what other people have to say as well, because clearly you're doing something wrong, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. We're all here to teach each other. And what also came up together was the full moon in Virgo, which said you are good enough, and then it was the new moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. I feel like for you guys, Sagittarius, right now, this is a time to give to yourselves. This is a time to really pour into yourselves, like really. And this full moon, when you know when you write down your intentions on the paper before you burn it, you know, a few of your intentions, or one of your intentions should be, I am releasing the feeling of guilt when I put myself first. Or I am releasing the need to people please. I am releasing the need to constantly give to others. I am releasing the need to always share my abundance with others, especially people who don't want to do the work themselves. So, you know, things like that will help a lot. Full moon in Aquarius, message for Sagittarius. But I feel like you guys are healing through something. I don't know what it is, but I feel like you guys are healing through something. We got meditate and contemplate. Oh, see? That full moon in Virgo, that Virgo energy, you are good enough. You got meditate and contemplate and bring love into the situation. So for some of you, I feel like it's bringing love into yourself. And also, even if you decide to end things with people, or end a situation, or whatever, it concludes something, it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be on bad terms. It doesn't have to be like heavy, right? Because at least this way you're not, and emotions are running high. This came up for you guys a lot as well. This way you don't have to walk around with that feeling of guilt, right? And feeling like, okay, maybe I should revisit this because I owe this person. Now, you don't owe nobody anything, but if you do struggle with that, end things on a good note. So, you know, however the person takes it is however they take it, but end things on a good note, okay? So that you're not feeling like you have to go backwards. Because I know, like, when I say, I don't know, I know when things end terribly, it's, you know, it's always that, like, you know, it lingers a little bit more. And also, I feel like bring love into the situation. Really start loving on yourselves. I feel like, you know, you guys, yeah, love on yourself, Sagittarius. And when I mean love on yourself, I don't mean like just go out and buy yourself nice things and splurge. I mean really love on yourself. Like, take care of your body. You know, some of you need to detoxify, some of you need to purge, some of you need to switch up your diet, some of you need to take better care of yourselves. Like, bring love into yourself, you know. And also, like, again, even if things end or things are rough, it doesn't have to be negative or dark. We got a full moon, and you guys got a lot of, and full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. You guys got a lot of full moon cards out of the signs I've done so far. Full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. So something could be concluding, and as awful as it may feel, it's actually going to be for your benefit. Something has reached its highest peak in your life, and it can't really go past that. It's not going to go past that. So that's gonna, and for it to be under the full moon in Aries, again, full moons are about conclusions and releasing and endings and letting things go so we can receive. Something has reached its highest peak, and I think here with the answers you need are coming. I think you guys are starting to realize a lot from this situation, or just a lot from life right now, and it's gonna help you release that negativity. We have the energy is gaining momentum. And we also have here luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. So your energy, you're showing up in your own reading, which is nice. So yeah, Sag, I feel like once you kind of allow these cycles to close, things will pick up for you guys. Remember, we release so we can receive. So if you're holding on to old stuff, old habits, old ways of living, old people, old friends, old relationships, things that really just don't serve you, shit, even old family members who don't need to be in your space, old ways of doing shit, like, you're gonna be stuck and stagnant. So the energy will gain momentum as you release. So remember, always think to yourself, as I release, I receive. And you know, you have luck is on your side, so don't let people, and I said this in your reading, your mini reading, don't let people pour fear into your plans. Somebody else may be scared to move forward and live their life, and they want to pour that into you. Don't let people pour fear into you, especially people or someone who ain't doing shit with their lives. Don't let people install fear into you because they're afraid of doing they're either too lazy, or they don't want to do the work, or they're too afraid to. Don't stay around people like that. And, you know, again, you guys are ruled by Jupiter. You know, you guys are one of the luckiest signs. You'll know if you're around the wrong people or investing your time into the wrong things when your luck starts to run dry and when you feel like things aren't going your way. When you feel like things aren't going your way, Sagittarius, it usually means you're around the wrong people and your boundaries are out of place. The card that's under there is Hold Your Vision, and we have What Do You Need to Release? So, yeah. full moon message for Sagittarius. We got gold, divine intervention. God sends miracles to sincere prayers. Yeah, with the answers you need are coming. In this card here, again, if you guys have been asking for signs, asking what to do, which direction to go, I feel like as you release during this full moon, you'll make space to receive those answers you've been seeking. But, you know, don't be hard-headed. You know, it may come, you may walk by people talking, and it may be that you may overhear a conversation. It may be something that someone says. It could be something you watch on TV that relates to what you're going through or something, or went through. And you may be like, you know, you may get that aha moment. We have titanium rainbow quartz, multi-faceted. There are many layers and dimensions to the situation or person you're asking about. Okay. So for some of you, this is about your person. And one more card. Moonstone, heightened intuition. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness as it's trustworthy. Okay, so I feel like this full moon kind of has you guys' intuition on like overdrive. You guys may be very intuitive at this time. If people have been trying to hide things from you, you're like on it. You know, you're starting a lot of things, and that's in your other reading. I said a lot of things are going to be illuminated for you about people that you've known for a long time. So trust your intuition. Don't let nobody put fear in you. Don't let nobody put doubt in your intuition or what you know, anything like that. If you're inquiring about someone, I don't know, I'd be careful, especially if it's an Aries. I don't know. No, not really, actually. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to, I don't like to like say the signs like that. Just know whatever, there's a lot of questions around whatever situation or person you're asking about. It may be best to ask that person directly or wait for things to, you know, when you need to know something, it'll fall into your lap. I'll put it like that. If you've been searching for truth and haven't been really like getting lucky with that, I would meditate if I were you guys, and value your self-worth. You are God's precious gem. So again, pour into yourselves at this time and release anything that prevents you from loving on yourself and feeling guilty for setting boundaries. Ooh, okay, I hope this helps, Sag. Bye.